everything where they're like, do you have this complicated thing? Your answer is no. No, I don't have that complicated thing, which is wonderful because, and if you keep doing your taxes your whole life, that's something you want to do, then they slowly ramp up, right? Like, it's not like all of a sudden in 1 year, you're going to have a house and 5 children and a business and a farm. Like, you're not going to have all those things happen to you in 1 year, probably. So it'll be slow ramping up. I'm looking at the second page. It has federal mortgages, HSAs. That's a health savings account, which you might have through a work that you have. So if you have HSA, then you might have something there. What do you think a golden parachute payment is? Have you heard of that before? Mrs. Spears? I'm Googling it right now. Golden parachute. Do you think it's if you buy a golden parachute, you have to pay for it?
That's going to be a very ineffective parachute. It'll just make you plummet faster.
Great point. It's a form of compensation paid to key executives in event of a public company is sold and the key executives lose their jobs or have responsibilities sharply curtailed. Interesting. Anybody a key executive in a major corporation in here? Nobody needs to call their mom and ask? Okay, all right. No, looks like we're good. I'm not seeing anything on Schedule 2 that looks important for us, so I'm going to close that one out, and we're going to keep going. It says to add lines 16 and 17. We didn't have anything from 17, so we're just going to keep this one, that 933. If it makes you feel better, you can put .00, but you don't have to. Child tax credit or credit for other dependents. This is where, if you have children, that this would come into play. That's a pretty common thing if you end up having children. Amount from Schedule 3, line 8. Yuck. All right, let's look at what Schedule 3 is. Schedule 3, let's see, education credits. This is actually really helpful. When you're going to college, you can actually deduct some of the money that you've been spending in college, or if your parents are spending money on college for you, they can deduct that too. That's really nice, but not something we're worrying about right now. You actually do get credits for if you have certain vehicles, it looks like. I do not have an electric car. A lot of other credits there. I don't think any of these apply to us. Credit for the elderly or disabled? Nope. Okay, we're going to skip that. Keep going. Add lines 19 and 20. Yes, sir. Subtract line 21 from line 18. Oh, I should have put that one here. Wait, hold on. This one should have been down there. Oh no, 19 and 20 didn't have anything on them, did they? So this is all out. Okay. Subtract line 21 from line 18. Nothing. We got no credits, so we're still paying $933. Other taxes, including self-employment tax, we are not self-employed, which means that our final tax is $933. Okay, so now we need to go back to our W-2 and take a look there. Okay, so on my W-2 it says here, how much federal income tax was withheld for you? So how much did they withhold for us? It looks like they withheld $3,295.80. Holy cow. They took a lot of money from us away from the year. If you plan on, let's suppose we had this job and your plan was next year to have the same job and about the same thing, you can expect that your taxes would be very similar. And in that sense, you could say that you want less or more exemptions taken out. So remember how I told you that the less exemptions you have, the more money that they will take away from you in your paycheck? Your refund will be higher. Maybe you love having a big refund, maybe you're that kind of person. But for me personally, I'd rather invest some of this money. I'm not like my dad where I want to pay my taxes in full, but I don't like that I have a huge refund coming to me because I would have rather had that in the bank working for me the whole time. So I probably would go into my work and say, hey, how many exemptions do I have? And they'll say, you have 0. And I say, wow, so you're taking out the maximum amount? Let's change that to 1. And then next year they'll take out less money for my taxes and I'll get less of a refund, but it'll still cover my butt. Everybody good? Cool. All right, if you look at Form 1099, it doesn't look like they withheld any income tax for this bank. So none of this money, there was no federal tax withheld, so we don't add anything there. And then we add up those two together. Okay. Next up, 25D. Oh no, this was the add up line. Man, I'm not reading instructions today. You guys should call me out on that if I'm doing